this offseason.
It's true. And last we saw this team, they're at the link, knocking on the door to beat the Eagles, throw it to Julio 3 times and don't get in. Super, super dramatic. But, Kay, quiet only because they don't need to make a lot of noise. They're one of those teams that signed the player named Jack Squat. They're already loaded.
They pick at number 26 overall. They do have some holes to fill on the D-line, D-tackle. They don't have Dontari Poe. Adrian Claiborne signs elsewhere. So, Dan Quinn, what have you got in store for us? Triggs, set it off.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good, doing great. April's coming. The players are going to arrive. What's the message and what's the feel now as we start the 2018 campaign?
As we get started in this part, I can't wait. And like you have a sense of the guys about their wanting to get that work in. It's really about can they take their leadership player to a new spot. So in other words, you and I, the connection that we already have, how do we grow that stronger, deeper to take our game further? From the coaching side of things, for each guy who comes in, we'll have a point of attack tape. These are the parts of your game that are really going well. But here's 2 or 3 things over the next 6, 8, 10 weeks that I want you to work on. And we'll work like crazy to help them do that. And then about 4 or 5 weeks into them, how do we, help all the guys that we're bringing into the program, help them develop as fast as we can too. So first part, all of the players' development, their connection together. The second part of the offseason, we'll have some rookies that are going to be a significant addition to this team, along with the free agents that we added. And how does that whole group mesh? So it's awesome, man, because like every year is different. And so like it's all in this year. What do you got to go do that? And I love that part of the offseason as we get them started.
You can't talk football with these guys, but do you know if guys are itching to get back? What's the energy for these players? Because you think about each offseason has been so integral in the Atlanta Falcons' success the following year.
Right.
These guys now know they're anticipating. Here we go again. Let's build it up.
Yeah.
Do you know if the leaders on the team are actually anticipating for the players themselves?
And one thing that we want to make sure that we don't do is just, okay, rinse and repeat. This is the offseason. This is how it goes. Like, that's just the exact opposite of how you want. Like, let's go after it, attack the things that we want to do better at. From a player standpoint, yeah, you see all of their communication, when we follow them, the times that they're training together, doing things together, and those kind of interactions, that helps, the 2 linebackers who are away or 3 linebackers training together, like Rocky 3, where they got to go, you know what I mean?
Get on the beach, you're running in the sand, I know it.
Right. Sometimes you got to go away, and put it in. So it's a really fun group to be a part of, Peter. The guys really put out, and so I sense guys, that are really wanting something to prove, and that's a good thing.
My last question here, we've got, obviously you lost Taylor Gabriel on the offense, but bring back a lot of these guys. Is there anything, a different wrinkle we can expect from that Atlanta offense that last year we saw year 1 of Sark, and now in year 2 we expect this?
I would say the style should feel similar, but there'll definitely be some wrinkles. And style meaning, the way that we want to run the ball, the way we want to come off the ball. At the end of it, can we execute it better? And we're going to work like crazy to have that kind of accountability player to player. But there'll be some new wrinkles. I didn't sit in all the meetings over at Georgia Tech, and we're not going triple option or anything, with Matt Ryan. But there definitely will be some new parts of this offense this year. How do we feature the running backs? How do we feature the guys in different ways? So, yeah, there'll definitely be some new spots.
20 passing attempts for Mohamed Sanu. That is.
That's your goal?
That's what I want to see. Not in the season, in the first game, week 1. That's it.
Well, you can get back to him. Hey, you gave your pitch. You gave it to him because he would think if he threw 20, he'd be bummed if he wasn't like 19 for 20. Yeah.
Historically, that's what he's done. DQ, thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. Great.
From Triggs calling his shot there. I'll shoot my shot with Dan Quinn right now, saying I would like Julio Jones to get the ball more in the red zone. Just 3 touchdowns last year. Never a huge touchdown guy. Maybe Austin Hooper can sort of pick up the slack in the red zone. But we don't have to get cute. We don't have to add wrinkles into the offense, Triggs. Just get that amazing specimen the ball.
Yeah, I do say they need wrinkles. I love the fact that he threw that out there, and he's being very transparent, because that's what everybody thinks. They're saying, what are they going to do with this offense that looks different than the last couple of years? We saw Kyle Shanahan leave and then Sarkisian come in, and we saw the drop-off of consistency. One game, Julio Jones goes off over 200 yards. Next game, he only catches the ball 4 times. But he said no on the triple option. I get that. I don't like to see that either, especially at the NFL level. But I do want to see something different. I don't know what it is. Oftentimes, the best offenses as a wide receiver, I feel like it's a blend between the open spread offense and that quick pass rhythm offense is West Coast style. So spread and West Coast, you blend those things, make a hybrid, you can get Julio the ball.
It feels good to talk Falcons. It's been a while. I truly feel like somehow, some way, they're a snake in the NFC grass. I mean, you look at this, they don't do the splashy free agents. They don't make a lot of noise. They don't win Instagram. Everybody's talking Vikings, Eagles, Saints, deservedly so. Do not run into these guys. Do not numb out on them. Ask the Rams. That's the Rams team we're celebrating. Sure, they've had some players. They got knocked out on their home field by the Falcons. They were one play away from knocking off the Eagles. They're going to be super under the radar next year, Kay, because there's so many good teams in the NFC. I think they're one of 5 teams in the NFL could win the whole damn thing next year. The Falcons are loaded. Don't go numb on them.
And you guys think they can do that with Sark in his second year?
Yeah, he was pretty good. He got better as the year went on, to put it that way. So I think he could, yeah.
Their defense definitely stepped it up, lost some pieces, but they always have the draft, the number 26th overall pick. Who do you guys want to hear from still today?
Can I hear from Patricia again? I can't get enough of Patricia. Or Tom Coughlin. I'm sure he's eating his grapefruit in the corner, no sweet and low. But I'll take some of that, too. Maroon's always good.
Bill Belichick standing.
Standing back against the wall. I want to hear
OG
about
move.
Pete Carroll.
You want to hear from Pete?
Yeah.
Pete was also not in the coach's picture. A little weird, right? I don't know. They're ditching
We've been through all kinds of transitions. We've lost coaches.